The history of False Pass, Alaska, is a story of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of its people. Nestled on the eastern shore of Unimak Island, False Pass is a small fishing community with a rich history tied to the sea and the land. Early history and the Aleut people. The area around False Pass has been inhabited by the Aleut people for centuries. These indigenous people were skilled hunters and fishermen, well adapted to the harsh conditions of the Aleutian Islands. They lived in small villages along the coast, subsisting on fish, sea mammals, and birds. Russian era and the fur trade. In the 18th century, Russian explorers and fur traders arrived in the region. They established a trading post on the Alaska Peninsula, opposite False Pass, and began exploiting the area's rich fur resources. The Aleut people were forced to work for the Russians, and many died from disease and harsh treatment. American purchase and the decline of the fur trade. In 1867, the United States purchased Alaska from Russia. The fur trade began to decline, and many of the Russian settlements, including the one opposite False Pass, were abandoned. The cannery era and growth. In the early 1900s, a homesteader settled in the area that would become False Pass. The community grew significantly with the establishment of a cannery in 1917. This attracted people from various backgrounds, including Alaska natives, who immigrated from nearby villages. The cannery provided employment opportunities and became the economic backbone of the community. World War II and military presence. During World War II, False Pass played a strategic role in the defense of Alaska. The U.S. military built a base on Unimak Island, and the community experienced a surge in population. The war years brought both challenges and opportunities to the residents of False Pass. Post-war years and economic shifts. After the war, the military presence in False Pass declined. The cannery continued to operate, but economic fluctuations in the fishing industry impacted the community. The closure of the cannery in the 1970s was a significant setback, but the resilience of the people of False Pass allowed them to adapt and find new ways to sustain their livelihoods. Modern times and a sustainable future. Today, False Pass remains a small but vibrant community. Commercial fishing, particularly for salmon, halibut, and crab, is the primary economic activity. The community also relies on subsistence hunting and fishing, as well as tourism. While challenges such as climate change and declining fish stocks persist, the people of False Pass are committed to preserving their way of life and ensuring a sustainable future for their community.